evening. My name is Kyle Crow. This is a poem I wrote entitled Monsters. So when I was 6 years old, I was absolutely terrified of monsters. I would run and jump into my bed in fear of some ghost disembodied me, reaching out and grabbing my leg, yanking my leg. That childhood dread that they were going to get me! Then when I turned 10, I couldn't be afraid of monsters anymore. I was practically a fully grown adult. In some places, I couldn't even order a kid's meal anymore. Yeah, I was a man. Top of the food here. Or for the monsters, the menu. But I wasn't afraid of monsters anymore. At least not when somebody else was around, and all the lights were on, and I was safely secured under that vulnerable fortress of my Buzz Lightyear Starkman blanket. But 6 more years passed, and I've outgrown the fear of those monsters.
Now it's the ones you can't see, and a monster can be.
More than we at first perceive. And monsters do exist, and relentlessly persist to haunt me. Me.
Me. Me.
Me.
Me to no end, no matter how I may resist. It's just not the ways that we always might at first think. But there are monsters
in a drink, a cigarette, in unpaid debt,
A sense of regret.
that we try to forget.
in chasing dust and greed,
And lust.
in power. Yes, we are devoured
By these things that we desire. And we set entire worlds on fire for the things that we swear that we want, as they only grow and come to haunt as we reluctantly let ourselves be captivated by their momentary charm. And we overlook the harm.
And I am plagued by these monstrosities that are haunting me, taunting me, constantly.
Trying and prying at my mind, which is defiant
Every lesson it was ever taught was right, to take up arms and to fight.
against this false sense of delight. And all I want is peace. And not just a piece of peace. No. I want the whole thing. Selfish as it may be, I just want to be free from these monsters haunting me. Well, that's not true. At least, not any longer. For I know that I grow stronger at every attempt to tempt me that these monsters make. And the things that they can't take are my soul and my will, which will never break, or bend, or snap, or shake. On that. Because as far as I'm concerned, each and every time I've fallen, I've learned. And I'm not scared of getting burned. At least not anymore. Because I know each time just makes me a little bit more resistant to that fire. And in the end, I'll rise up higher. Because I'm not afraid of monsters anymore.